Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
One of them are being built up as the Twitch support.
I think Kallista's a better choice.
There are so many picks that Kyle could do.
Karma also makes a lot of sense, but they'll lock in Kallista, and this is going to be a duo. Kyle spots Peanut out.
Yeah, just barely as well, as Peanut's going to go for it anyway. The needlework being thrown through. There it is. Cease and desist to come down. Envy's going to go, and Closer teleports in. The Gwen is indeed immune, as we were talking about. Flash out from Peanut, though, and there's the flash forward from Kyle. They can slow him with the rend, and Closer should be able to find another set of arrows. There it is. It's going to be collected by Doran, but it doesn't actually matter. Peanut still goes down, and Doran takes a lot of damage. Doesn't have his teleport available, and as you can see, they just scatter. They get themselves out of the way. Gen.G get into position. Let's see whether Willa can go for another steal as Doran. He's in his mist, so he's absolutely fine. Envy has to deal with a Gwen now, as the Fate Skull has to be invested. Obviously, you can't just do that, so he's absolutely fine.
Slowed the game down so significantly. The Sivir, the Azir, the Gwen, these 3 late game win conditions, the side laning power they have, start to feel very scary.
Well, Bertle going to try and do the Cassante things as the needlework is coming in. Teleport to come forward as well, though, as Closer makes it an unfair fight. That is going to secure him a kill as an arrow connects in the mid lane. And here's the pick potential on the Gen.G side as they take down Envy.
Kyle doesn't have his Fate's Call. You can see his cooldown there.
Kyle's going to move on over. And LEC SANDBOX, they'll just take Shirley.
2 turrets.
They'll move it into the mid lane. They'll take Closer, put him in top lane, and they are winning all over the place. Like, why? Like, Bertle's fine. Like, I don't know.
This was a really greedy call. I'm surprised, like I said, Peanut didn't actually want to.
So they are going to give this one up. The first Hextech Drake will be delivered to LEC SANDBOX.
Who would have thought this team's got the skills in individual players? They've got the macro. They've got the clutch.
Well, I think it's just the lack of panic, man. I think I underestimated the power of being a cool kid. And
I wish I was a cool kid.
Yeah, I think it's just because I'm an old man. As Gen.G is going to catch Bertle out. They might get their wish here, but he does unstoppable a lot of it. Oh, the ult doesn't quite get through, and so he is not going to Cassante his way out of this one.
Can they start Baron? I don't think so. They're grouped up around.
Yeah.
I guess Bertle just hasn't played enough of those champions yet.
Yeah. Just need to play Kayn, though, and then you can walk inside all of the walls. That's the way to discover them, truly.
I wish they would click on Closer. Okay, now we can see he's 2 walls up.
Well, the arrow is going to come through as Emperor's Divide comes down, but he's kept in position. Goes golden, though, and he can tank for about 1,600 years, everyone. This is Silas. And there it is, 1,600 years. Wasn't as long as I kind of thought, but I guess time is a bit of a relative thing as Chovy finds no one with his Emperor's Divide. Kyle's over the wall. That was awesome.
Sick play saves him and then gets him over the wall. That was insane.
Fate's doesn't deny everything, and then, you know, Envy doesn't have a very easy place to go, but instead holds off on the flash, thinks that he can collect Willa alongside it. Just a little bit miscalculated as an arrow's going to connect onto Willa here, and Doran's going to lock down that kill. Now Gen.G with the man advantage and no Willa means no possible contest on this dragon. Closer able to just wander his way in, and he just needs to be so respected in this game. He is so scary as there's his version of the cease and desist as they look to lock down Peanut. He goes golden as well as the Varus locks up that kill. Pays trying to get the work done as Doran, massive damage. Will is straight back to the death chamber once again. Grayscale mode activated here for both junglers as Gen.G get control of the Drake.
Yeah, Gen.G, since they're here fast enough and they have their jungler, they can take this and LEC SANDBOX without their jungler, without enough damage realistically here with this Varus.
With a slight deficit, looking to try and extend it a little bit here as Peanut getting taken down low. Another cease and desist, the chains are going to land, but the arrow is so good at denying the fall-off as now Doran dives on forward. The needlework is good, but he hasn't got any of the big kills just yet, and now cease and desist coming down, and the Gwen not as immune as he wants to be, but it's the Sivir damage that needs to be respected. The massive knock-up though, and Envy! I don't know whether you wanted that one, buddy, as Silas goes in deep, grabs the support, and Willa is going to burn to death from the Leandries. Gen.G, they managed to get the wipe on everyone but Kyle.
Yeah, this was a really close fight. It looks like an extremely one-sided fight for Gen.G, but it was absolutely on a knife's edge because the damage output of the Silas is so high and he's in the backline there, but they kite it out perfectly. And once again, Doran, the crazy thing about this, Doran does well into the Cassante matchup on the Gwen, But he basically just straight up does well into Liiv SANDBOX's team comp. They're funneling into these choke points. They're super low range with Varus. Yeah, he can poke from a distance, but he needs to get in there. Kyle on this Callista can't really do anything, and you're basically piling in with
Imagine. Is it even technically an
If you
edge?
tried to sit on it, you could go one way or the other very easily.
Is it just a really small shell? As now Pays throws the on the hunt. Peanut goes golden. We'll see whether they can lock him down. Good chains are going to come in. There's the cease and desist. Divide trying to get out. It's going to be difficult, but he is going to make... No, never mind, Bertle manages to lock him down. The Gwen grabs the kill, and the rest of Liiv SANDBOX are left limping. Gen.G, I think, have created the lead that they need to close this game out.
Chovy has Leandries, and they could push this with Sivir so easily to take out the inhibitor at minimum here. And then, I mean, if Liiv SANDBOX make a mistake here, maybe they actually end the game. Doran coming over here should be pushing the second inhib. Clean macro setup here.
Well, Arrow will connect onto Willow. Nicely done, Doran. Half health, does need to be a little bit careful, but they grab 2 inhibitors. And, okay, Pays kind of left to the wolves a little bit. Doran's like, nah, buddy, sorry, you are... Okay, well, he's going to at least try to escape. Never mind, he's fine. He's fine, totally fine.
For Liiv SANDBOX. I mean, and the super minions they have to deal with, they just cannot get to this Drake first. Gen.G take it out. It's so still winnable for Liiv SANDBOX if Gen.G mess up really bad. Like, if there's one bad angle and Liiv SANDBOX get a wipe, this game is theirs again.
Oh, absolutely.
So you got to be super patient as Gen.G are.
Well, they're going to dive on forward. We'll see whether Doran can survive this. The answer is kind of yes, but Vi is already dead. Doran goes into his Zhonya's, but can he get to safety? Yes, he can. Of course he can. It's Gwen.
Of course he can, you say.
Yeah.
As he gets away with like...
Gen.G looking for a flank angle. Envy going to get sniped. The Fate's Call is not off cooldown, so he's going to get taken. Peanut is going to lock up the kill, and now Willer is the next target. The perfect option. As Peanut, he found his window, and he immediately dove through. A double kill for Pays. This should be the ace. Closer is going to try as he might to get this one working for them. Emperor's Divide comes in, and yes, the Ashe dies, but that's the end of the game. Gen.G bring us to 1-1.
You know, these two teams said, wouldn't it be interesting if we let Ashe through the draft? It's been a little while in the LCK since we let Ashe through the draft. You know, people haven't seen that Arrow gameplay in a few days. Here in week 3, we're a little Ashe starved. Let's just let that one through and trade wins here. We're 1-1.
I'm worried about Gwen. Who left Gwen through the draft, man? I feel like I'm back in last year or something like that.
Doran, look at how hyped he is, too, after a game like this. He knows he made such an impact.